In today's video, we're going to be discussing the allocation process. As you know, the allocation process is the process that's responsible for reserving the merchandise for specific sales orders, and also is responsible for printing the forms and documents that you send to the warehouse in order to start picking and packing the merchandise. Today, we're going to be discussing the manual allocation, or the allocation by sales order. In order to get to the screen, we need to be in the transactions, then sales order allocation, then we need to double click on the allocation by sales order screen to open. As you can see, the system uses the order number as the key to retrieve and get the information from the user. So what I will need to do is either type the sales order number or simply open that list in order to get the order number that needs to be allocated. So here's the order number we're going to be using today. We've prepared some data for this process. So once you select the order number, the system is going to actually display everything related to the order on the screen. So it will tell you it was entered on this date, start ship this date, complete this date. Here is the list of the star numbers that you have on your order, and every one you highlight, you will be able to see this is what's available at the warehouse right now, or available to be allocated right now, and this is what's on order. And this will tell you so far nothing is allocated by sizes. So this next step, in order to kind of allocate the merchandise, I will need to use my mouse, click on the edit button to enable the screen. Then it depends on what do I need to do at this situation. If I am planning to pick the entire order or allocate the entire order, I would simply use my mouse and click on allocate all, meaning start picking or allocate the merchandise for all lines on this sales order. Usually the system will give you a warning message, as you can see, and when you click yes, the system will automatically allocate the merchandise for you. So as you can see now, the available used to be 25, now it's available 15, because part of it is actually allocated to the sales order. So now I have 15 available per size. You still have the ability to control what the system did for you. You might want to take a decision of allocating less than what's actually ordered for some reason. So, and you can do this on size level, as you can see. And every time you do this, the system will adjust the available to be allocated afterwards. Now, I'm just gonna release everything for now. System puts back everything on available and show you the other scenario. Here we've used the allocate all in order to allocate all lines, but what you want to do in case if you're allocating one of the lines only, you just simply click it. Now the system does the following. It actually performs two actions. When you click, it automatically allocates and moves the line to the following, or move the cursor or the highlight to the following line, just to make it easier for the user in order if he decided to switch to allocate the following one. Another thing that we want to talk about before we save. Let's say that I am going to allocate the entire merchandise, which is what I'm planning to do over here. Now you notice that the system does the following. It will tell you that open when the sales order is 80 pieces, because this is all sizes, and it will show you that we've already picked 80 because we were able to pick 80 because we had enough inventory, right? And as you can see here, it does not display a pick ticket number for you, but it will tell you that you've decided to allocate the merchandise on this date. Now if I save this information, that means that I am updating my available. Now I have available 15 pieces at the warehouse. I physically have 25 pieces, but 10 of them are allocated to satisfy order number 30020. So therefore, even though I have 20 pieces at the warehouse, I only have available 15. Now, you will notice that the system will put for you stars under the pick ticket number. Therefore, there is no actual picking ticket generated. This means that you do not have the ability to print any document to send to the warehouse in order to start picking and packing the merchandise. So what's the purpose of doing this? This is basically created in order to allow you to reserve merchandise for sales orders without actually instructing the warehouse to pick and unpack the merchandise. So from now on, the user who's going to be doing the allocation is going to see that he only have available 15 pieces. In reality, we have at the warehouse 25 pieces, but 10 of them are actually reserved for that order. So if I go and allocate any other order that's buying the same style number, it will only allow me to allocate and pick up to 15 pieces only. Therefore, the merchandise that I allocated for that order number 20 is still safe. If at any time you've decided to switch that allocation into a picking ticket, the only thing that you will need to do, you're going to come to this screen again, put the same order number, then I'm going to click on the edit button, then I'm going to go to the options menu and say I want to generate the picking tickets, and just simply save. What the system did is that it kept it available as is because nothing changed in this area, but it gave us a pick ticket number where you can go to the printing programs that you know about and you can choose, I want to print pick ticket number 14. Okay. So the only difference between picking and allocating the merchandise is just the pick ticket number. In both situations, we do reserve the merchandise to satisfy the sales order, but we only generate the picking ticket number when you need to. And when you generate the pick ticket number, you can always print it and fax it to the warehouse or give it to the warehouse people. Now, let's take another case scenario here. I'm just going to switch to the next order, which is buying the same style number. Now, in this case, you will notice that I only have available 15 pieces since that I consumed 10 on the previous order. But this customer is planning to buy 20. Right? So, if I need to perform the same actions, I'm going to click on Edit. Then I'm just going to simply click on Pick All. Are you sure you want to pick all? Yes. Now, the system did the following. It went into the warehouse, found that you only have 10 or 15 pieces available. The customer is ordering 20, but I can't. I don't have it. So I'm simply allocating only up to the maximum available number of pieces. So therefore, the system is going to create picking tickets or allocate merchandise for only 15 pieces for each size, because this is what I have and this is what I can do. So we have no option except shipping the customer partial. Now, this is okay, meaning that this is what ideally happens in real life. If I have 15 pieces, I cannot really ship more than 15 pieces. But in some situations, you might have merchandise that came into your warehouse, but it's not updated into the system yet. The production department didn't enter the number of pieces yet. So in this situation, I know that I have available inventory, but it's not showing on the system. So I have to force the system to accept those number of pieces. So what I can do, I'm just going to click on Options, and if I want to force the inventory for everything on this cutting ticket or on this picking ticket, I will choose this option. I will grab this tool. Always force allocation, meaning disregard whatever number available on my available line and just simply create a pick ticket with everything that the customer orders. Do not compare against available. And when that happens, are you sure you want to pick all? You will notice that the system will update for you the allocated pieces down here. You also on this screen have the ability to force for one of the colors. Like for example, if I am doing release over here, then I simply want to pick, let's reverse that. I'm going to just leave the 2 right now so it doesn't force the allocation automatically. And let's say that I decided to pick this line only. Now I know that I have, if I go back here, the system just only allocated, let's say this, let's use this line. If I click on pick, oh, I have to cancel first, I'm sorry about that. Let's go back again into the edit mode, and let's make sure that we do not have that tool. Always force allocation is not checked. Here I have 15 pieces. If I click on pick, it should only generate a picking ticket with 15 pieces. But if I decided to only force the allocation in this one, I would just simply click on this box. Next one, pick. I do not want to force the allocation in this one, for example, or I'm just gonna uncheck it, change the numbers to 15. So what I want to tell you is that this choice is available on each line level, and you can just simply choose whether you want to force the allocation for all lines on the sales order or force the allocation on one of the lines only. So we've discussed that we always check on the available when we create a picking ticket by default, unless if the user decides to force the allocation on that picking ticket. And in this situation, we are not going to check on the available, and we are not and we are going to allocate everything on the sales order exactly as is. So to recap, if I am allocating order number 3021, for example, first thing I would do, if I know that I have the merchandise and I want to create the picking ticket quickly, I'm just going to first click on my edit button. Second, go select generate merchandise because I'm planning to save it right away. And if I know that I have the merchandise and I want to force the allocation, I will just also grab that. Then click on pick all. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Then after that, just simply save. Now you ended up with pick ticket number 15 with 4 clicks with the mouse. You will only need to worry about the allocated number of pieces here if you know that you are short on one of the sizes, or you know that one of the most important customers is going to order that size and want to leave the pieces, so you want to short the current order, and so on. Last feature I want to show you in this program based on the allocation. Let's see if we have. You have also an option here in Aria that allows you to pick based on the store. So, if it happened that the order that you are dealing with is a multi-store order, you will be able to use your mouse and click on pick by store. It will ask you what store number you want to allocate. You click on OK, and it performs exactly the same actions. This is good in case if you have like 5-10 stores on the same order and you would like to allocate the merchandise or ship 1 or 2 of them. But if you decided to click on pick all on a multi-store order, the system is going to generate a picking ticket for each store number. Actually, this is the default. Whether you're using the pick by store or you can click on pick all, you will always get 1 pick ticket per store. So this is it when it comes to allocating the merchandise. Now, what if we made the mistake and we have a picking ticket that we created by mistake? We want to put things back into inventory, or we want to put back things into the available count. So this requires that we release the picking ticket. It's a very simple function. It also works on the same screen. The only thing you need to do is once you select the sales order, you will use your mouse. Then if you decided to release everything, you just simply click on release all. If you decided to release parts or 1 or 2 style numbers, just simply highlight whichever one you want to pick, or release, I'm sorry, then you click on release. If I click on release all, system is going to put back things back again into the inventory and reverse the picking ticket. And now the pick ticket status is actually cancelled. So this is the two functions that are available right now to create your sales order picking ticket or the related picking ticket to the sales order. And this is the most basic and direct function. We have more than one function to actually allocate. One of them is actually to allocate by style number, which is this icon, and the other icon, which is this one, that will allow you to kind of set some parameters and use for the system to actually create automatic picking tickets